Let's talk about issues of tariffs in particular. What came out from the South African delegation is that they would want you to negotiate the issue of tariffs. I know it's something that has to be negotiated at the WTO as well. But how do you hope or intend to deal with issues of tariffs, but also being aware that if you get a reprieve, Chinese would demand the same, and therefore already we have a problem in terms of textile?
Well, thank you very much. As we look at various industrial interventions and industrial policy in the country, we'll also be looking at what opportunities exist throughout the world and what tariff structures we can negotiate with different countries. With regards to China in particular, we've just agreed on 100 products that are tailor-made for the Chinese market, where they would be able to create access and tariff reduction opportunities in those areas. So there's great opportunity for South African companies to be able to trade with China, working with, of course, trade representatives, working with distributors in China, and already established businesses in China. Our approach to tariffs is that, of course, we have to work within the framework of the WTO, but it's also important that we work on the basis of the bilateral relations that we have with different countries.
Minister, the issue of, you spoke about the products. Can you mention the few?
Well, a lot of them are primary products, but I should say that one of the advantages in this instance is that we're looking at manufactured products, and this would include rubber, they would include steel-related opportunities, particularly at the back of our chrome mining capability and beneficiation. So it's a different array of issues, including furniture, plastics, and other opportunities that we're looking at China for.
And finally, in terms of infrastructure, what are the agreements in relation to infrastructure? Because I think the critical issue at home, it's infrastructure. You look at rail, road, and the ports in particular.
We've looked at different areas in which we can invest in infrastructure and create opportunities for Chinese companies to be able to come to South Africa and invest. You would know that we're focusing on the energy infrastructure, both in terms of the work that they're already doing in the country on the generation side, accelerating into the transmission and distribution when you're talking electricity. We're also looking at ports, port capability, and the broader logistics sectors, including our rail networks, and ensuring that we're able to invest in the infrastructure related to that. But we've also had discussions about how infrastructure can reinforce the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. One of the propositions we made to the Chinese is, let's look at the critical and strategic ports on the African continent that would enable and facilitate better trade and interface of products within the continent. And it's an issue that we've put firmly on the table, and it's an issue that we've agreed to follow up with them together with our counterparts in the other countries.